Y'all need to watch under y'all damn nuts.
Hey, welcome to Squeal. I am Andy, and tonight I am joined by Mrs. Jones, John Richards, Gillian Bartlett, and Dean Arcuri. And tonight we are talking about... John?
Oh, the controversial subject of selfies.
Ooh.
Yeah, which has Dean put it out. It stormed my Facebook page.
And still does.
And still does. No, because this is my thing about selfies. Because I don't really want my photograph taken ever, but I certainly don't want it taken unless there's 4 cameras and 2 guys in headsets. You know, that's my base minimum for my photograph. And selfies are this thing that shows up endlessly, and I don't get them. And I asked on Facebook, look, why do people do them? Because the only things in my head that I think are quite negative, which is either you want people to go, hey, you're hot, or you want people to go, hey, you're not sad and tragic. That's the other two things I kind of had. And this thing, the argument that was raging, people were defending them without saying why they did them. And I just wanted to know why.
Okay, so
why
I
not?
do them because I take the best of photo of myself, right?
But so that's it. So it's a way of framing
It's a way of
yourself.
self-editing. You can take 10 selfies and put the good one on, and if someone else takes a photo of you, they'll pick one where you look really
So that's saying vanity. I take them. Some people know I run around Melbourne taking photos and of the scene and all of that stuff. Now,
So you specialise in ones where you're drunk with your mouth open.
oh, completely. If I had time, I would bring in a collage. But if I don't take selfies of myself,
No one's
I'm too
taking
busy
a photo
taking
of
photos
you.
of everyone else,
Yeah.
and I'm beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you know-
So this needs to be seen
But
to the
that's
world.
vanity again, though, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Completely.
How did you
Hey, I never told you I wasn't paid.
No, but you just said, no, but that's vanity. But my thing is different. It's vanity.
But why?
Yeah.
But is it about validation? Basically, you want people to tell you you're beautiful. Why can't
No,
you
I
just
just want
believe
to
you're
make
beautiful?
sure. I know I'm beautiful. Please.
So
look
why
at
do you
me.
need to put it out there?
But it's like,
why
otherwise, no
not?
one's going to document that you were there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I take all the photos.
But you know you were
like
there.
you.
It's like a
So
historical record.
Why do you need to? It's
Why
like,
do I need to
friends of
know that
mine-
I was there?
Yeah.
Friends of mine were at Beyonce the other day, right? Because they're gay. And they put a picture up on Facebook of Beyonce performing, and all you could see was a sea of cameras.
Yes.
Yeah.
No one was
flashing.
Were
actually
they
watching
pointed at
Beyonce.
She
or
wasn't
at
there.
themselves?
Well, there was a bit of both, I
I'd
think.
say a bit of both for sure.
Someone also sent me a link of selfies at funerals.
And that was what I was about to say. I actually went to a
Okay,
funeral.
borderline.
I'd do
At
that.
the funeral, all we were talking about was because on the way there, we're all in the cars, everyone's texting a little bit bored, and then someone just sent a link to selfies at funeral, and we couldn't stop laughing at the actual funeral because all these pictures, and a lot of young children, a lot of like in the cars in their seats on the way, smiling.
Hey, Gran, you're
So not-
dead.
The best one,
Not
there
next
was
to the
one guy
coffin.
that was at Gran is dead, lols, and smiling. I wonder what face she would be doing in this shot. But there was an amazing one, and it's a girl going, today my hair looks great. Pity it's for a funeral. And it's hashtag funeral. And this is where the internet has gone awry.
And this is my thing about so many people going, why can't you just know you were there? Why do you feel the need to
But
document
what's the
it?
point of Facebook and
Yes, because
Instagram
Facebook,
and
it's
Twitter
really
and all
about
these
Facebook,
things?
isn't it?
It's really, and you use them a lot, except for Twitter. I know you don't use that. But the point of this is to keep putting out there all these ridiculous things about ourselves for no reason. That's the point.
Well, I think it's more of a symptom, not the cause. Because, we know that there's so many great things about Facebook. It connects you with people, perhaps you haven't seen for years, or that perhaps you wouldn't come across in your small circle.
It's a convenient way to stalk
But
people.
as you do that, there are always extremes to every situation. This becomes the result, is that we can't, like teenagers can't go anywhere without taking a selfie. It's like they don't exist unless they can prove they exist by taking a picture and putting it out there.
Like
and
Hugo Weaving in Proof.
Totally, exactly.
I think- yeah.
And see, it's like it started years ago. We're just catching up.
What about the selfie with someone else in the photo?
That's
Is that
interesting.
okay?
I should talk. Yeah, I have a certain definition for selfies too that I'm thinking of. Now, if your selfie is to say, "Look, I have an amazing hat," or "I'm in front of the Eiffel Tower," you're not the subject necessarily of
so
that
it's
selfie.
about the
for no
towel.
reason.
That's, there's context there.
Okay.
If, like people I know, you're just putting a picture of your face, which is the same face you had yesterday and probably the same one you'll have
I don't know
tomorrow.
about me.
I mean, if you had horrible scarring one day, sure, put that up. That's interesting.
And
But
you
I
could
think
do
if
a
it's
comparative
just,
photo, which would be really
before
exciting.
and afterward, I would at least be interesting. But if it's just going, hey, I've got a head.
But I think Facebook's so impersonal, and people are just so desperate, just touching so many friends they aren't really friends with. They've just got to reaffirm themselves
Well,
all the
as
time.
you're saying,
Hey,
it's
I'm
about
here.
validation.
I've got nothing interesting to say, so I'll
Can't
just
it
put a
just
picture
be
up.
fun?
No.
Can't it
No,
just
I'm
be
with
fun?
The fun ones are
It's fun
good,
if you
but
do it
most of them
once,
are...
I'm being
Dean.
attacked.
That's what I'm saying. If you do it once, that's fun. If you're doing it every 3 days,
Yes, that's just irritating.
problem.
It's like
Yeah.
hashtags and things, but that's people just being idiots.
But I like what you say about fun
they're
because
desperate.
I think it's like being on the radio or television or sending a photo about communication is that there should be something in it for both of you, as in the sender and the recipient. So as long as it's fun for the person who's looking at it, not just for you.
Exactly, that's exactly right.
So if the Eiffel Tower's there, that's like, oh, you're visiting the Eiffel Tower. That's interesting.
I got something out of
I
that.
got something out of that. If it's just you have
completely.
a head, that's
What if it's a very, very fine head?
But
We've seen it
seen
250 times before.
It's got to be a cool photo.
Now, when
I
I
had a different head yesterday.
actually heard this entire debate happening, well, Reddit, on John's Facebook feed, I created a mental mission that I forgot up until this moment, and I want to encourage everyone else to do this as well. I think the aim should be for us all now to take selfies of ourselves with John Richards in the background.
Yes.
That's called stalking, darling. Totally.
I'm going to make it happen. You'll just one day there'll just be a sea of pictures, and it's just me smiling, and you'll just be sitting having a coffee or reading a book.
But maybe it's a fad. I remember, sort of when I'm a late adopter of all these things, but Facebook, and I started to sort of get onto it and have a look, and it was all about people talking about what they'd done at the gym, or how they'd eaten porridge, or cleaned their teeth, or stroked their cat. That seems to have stopped. Finally,
Not
depends on your
enough,
friend.
not enough.
maybe I got rid of those. Yeah.
But
That's
it is,
why
it
they
is getting
create the
better.
block function.
Yeah.
There are more smart and funny things, and
Yeah, and sometimes I read it for, to keep up with the world, what's going on, because people post something that, has happened and we should all know about. Good on that,
I
I'd say.
get good links and stuff through it. I mean, people being interested.
Like the grumpy
in
cat.
things.
Oh, yes.
Can't get
Where
enough.
would Grumpy
Important.
Cat
Can't
be
get enough.
without Facebook?
Did you know, I'll just share this, it was actually in Splendid Chaps, our Doctor Who podcast, but I'll share it with you guys as well. Grumpy Cat has an agent. His name is Ben Sparks. I think it's Ben Sparks. He's not only Grumpy Cat's agent, he's also the agent for Keyboard Cat and Nyan Cat. He is a cat, he's an agent who specialises in internet
royalty.
That is his
Every time
job.
there's a Grumpy Cat picture, someone's making
Grumpy
money
Cat
out of it.
makes 6 to 7 figures a year, and a film is coming out.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
For truth.
Those people who the one son bit the other one's finger, they then started creating more and more videos.
Oh, they're great videos, yeah.
But they made a business out of it
They're
as
making a feature film out of the dog that goes, yeah, a little bacon. Like the fridge. That's already
Can
being
you
made.
please do that again?
Bacon.
I love it.
I don't think the dog does that, but you know the one I'm talking
But
about.
see, now, out of all that, that's the film I want to see.
I sold it to you.
You totally
didn't
did.
I?
That's all I needed.
We have plumbed the depths of intelligence and conversation tonight on Squeal, and we look forward to seeing you next time.